The profit party is over. The balloons are flat, the confetti's in the vacuum, and if your whole dealership revenue strategy still depends on fat growth covering a sloppy process, you're in trouble. Hello, I'm Frankie, founder of Auto Dojo, the path to excellence, and welcome to today's Auto Dojo Quick Hit. 5 minutes, 1 skill, 0 excuses. Let's go. This is challenge number 9 in our 10-part series on the biggest challenges facing automotive sales in 2026, and this one is hitting the floor hard: margin compression. The days when new car growth could hide a lot of messiness are fading fast. Auto Success says dealership profits are now hinging more on private party vehicle acquisitions as shrinking margins and tight inventory make street sourcing a bigger competitive edge. And Automotive News 2026 Dealer Outlook says dealers are turning to their used vehicle and service departments to help fill profit gaps as new vehicle sales don't make them as much money as they used to. That's the shift. The profit isn't disappearing, but it's getting harder to earn and a lot less forgiving when the process is weak. And that means the old "we'll make it up somewhere else" mindset is officially on life support. Margin compression affects every department, especially used car recon and appraisal. And smart dealers are focusing on predictable outcomes instead of hoping the numbers magically work themselves out. Modern retail now requires a holistic approach: data-driven decision-making, streamlined dealer systems, effective sales and service management, and strong people management. In other words, if your process is messy, the market is not going to politely ignore it anymore. So what does that mean for the Auto Dojo ethical warrior? It means you don't chase volume and hope growth survives by accident. You build a dealership and a process that can create volume and protect growth by running a tighter operation. Top performers do 3 things well. First, they tighten the process. Auto Success says margin compression hits used reconditioning and appraisal hard, and it even notes a 3 to 5 day recon standard as the gold standard because every extra day adds holding cost pressure. The article says holding costs can run around $50 a car per day, so a 10-day recon cycle can add about $500 in holding cost against margin. That's not a rounding error, that's money walking out the door while the car sits there looking pretty and accomplishing nothing. Second, top performers compete on value, not desperation. When growth gets tighter, the answer isn't to slash every deal until the store feels like a flea market with air conditioning. The answer is to give the customer a better experience, a clearer process, and stronger value at every single touch point. Modern retail is about customer satisfaction, streamlined systems, and better people management, which means the dealerships that win in a compressed margin world are the ones that make the buying process better, not just cheaper. Third, top performers use the used and service departments strategically. Stores are leaning harder on used vehicles and service to fill sales profit gaps in 2026, and private party acquisitions are becoming a new edge because tight inventory and shrinking margins are changing where profit comes from. That means the dealership that wants to protect growth has to think beyond just new car front-end profit. It has to think like a whole business, not just one department with a logo above the door. And remember, the most successful sales consultants farm the service department and reconnect with their customers when they service their vehicles. Now let's talk about the failure pattern. The biggest mistake is believing growth will cover process weaknesses forever. This became very apparent after COVID, when suddenly sales departments had to actually return to having to sell instead of just being order takers with customers who knew they were stuck with markups. Those days are gone. Another failure pattern is discounting the car instead of improving the process and customer experience created around it. Another one is ignoring recon turnaround time, appraisal accuracy, service retention, and follow-up quality while still expecting strong net results. That's not a strategy. That's delusional financial optimism. The Auto Dojo answer is simple. If you want to protect growth, you have to tighten the whole store. Better appraisals, faster recon, smarter sourcing, better customer experience, more disciplined follow-up, more precise yet customized sales process, better use of used and service as profit centers, and the stores that win in a high margin compressed market are the ones that stop asking, how do we get more growth, and start asking, where are we leaking it? So go do it now. Choose one place in your process where margin is leaking right now. Recon, appraisal, discounting, customer experience, follow-up, or service retention. Write down one change you can make this week to tighten it, then share it with your manager or team lead. Why is this important? Well, because margin compression isn't a temporary blip on the radar. It's the new reality. The dealerships that survive and thrive will be the ones that can generate volume without giving away gross and protect profitability through better process, better culture, and better execution. So go take action, keep the customer first, and go dominate your floor. To receive these directly into your inbox every week, scan the QR code you see here, and I look forward to serving you in the Auto Dojo soon.